Hey, what's up everybody? Kiwami Games here, back at it with another video for you guys. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going over the Fusion, Synchro, and XE event that's going on in MasterDuel. And for the event, I decided to jump on the Synchro team. And my deck of choice was my Atlantean, Mermail, Ice Jade hybrid kind of deck. And yeah, this deck was a lot of fun to revisit. It was a lot of fun to play with. And I actually ended up having an 11 game win streak, and I posted it on my community tab, so if you want you can take a look at it. But yeah, and the reason why I was able to win so much games is because going first with the correct cards in hand, you're able to hand rip at least 3 cards from your opponent, and you're just going to leave them with a bunch of like bricks or dead cards that allows them to do nothing, so they just end up rage quitting right off the bat. So that was just a lot of fun to do. Also, I was also running the Ice Jade Field Spell, the Ice Jade Curse, and the Ice Jade Cosmoclore. And the reason was I was trying to set up the one-sided skill drain with the Cosmoclore lock. However, I removed these cards because I realized I was not able to set up the lock very consistently. So instead, I decided to throw in a bunch of hand traps and board breakers. And that also had allowed me to win more games, especially against the Purrely deck. Going second against Purrely, I realized I never opened up with like hand traps, and then they were able to just set up their big boss monster, and then on my turn I was not able to do anything because they would just spin back everything that I would try to do. So I was consistently getting my ass kicked by Purrely, so I decided to remove those cards and throw in some board breakers to kind of help me seal the deal. And those cards were Kurikara, so I decided to throw in 2 Kurikaras. I also decided to throw in the Herald of the Abyss, and I decided to throw in triple tactics thrust. So the thrust can search for the Herald of the Abyss. The thrust can also search for the Synchro Overtake, and the Synchro Overtake gives you access to the Deep Sea Diva, and the Deep Sea Diva is going to be your best normal summon in this deck. Also, the thrust can search you your Infinite Permanence. It can also search you your Ice Jade Manifestation, and it can also search you your Ice Jade Cradle. So the triple tactics thrust was an incredible card to run in this deck, and then it can also search you your triple tactics talent. Also, I have a Pot of Avarice. So the Pot of Avarice was for 2 reasons. In this deck, you're going to end up throwing a lot of your monsters to the graveyard. So the Pot of Avarice comes in clutch because you're able to recycle those monsters, and then on top of that, you're able to draw 2 cards, which would allow you to draw into some hand traps or anything like that. Also, for the synchros, the ones that came up all the time that are really essential is going to be the Deep Sea Prima Donna. The Deep Sea Repertoire, you need it because if you're going to run Synchro Overtake, then you need the Deep Sea Repertoire because it has Deep Sea Diva in its name. The other must-have were the Ice Jades, of course. The Agrin was just really clutch. The Axel Stardust Synchro Dragon, the Baron de Fleur, and the Chang Ying. Those were the synchro monsters that I was making like consistently. The Dissipator came once, and I think it was against a Utopic Draco card. I made this Dissipator. The Trishula came also once, and the Trishula, when it gets destroyed, it allows you to summon this Trishula, so that's why I run 2 of them. But they're not really necessary, so if you don't have these URs, then you can pretty much throw any other synchros that you may have. But the main ones were the Deep Sea Prima Donna, the Ice Jade Agrin, the Baron de Fleur, the Chang Ying, and the Axel Stardust Drink. Oh, and the Drag Guy too. The Drag Guy also came up a lot. Another card that I was playtesting was actually this one too, the Crystron Quariongandrax. I completely probably butchered that. This was another one that I was experimenting with, but again, if you don't have these URs, then you don't really need to spend it, you know, especially for an event. But yeah, anyways, that's the deck. I'll go over each card at the end of the video. I just want to show you guys some replays so that you can see what the deck is trying to do. So without further ado, let's just jump right into these replays. Alright, my people, so in this replay, we are going to go up against Purrely. Okay, we're going to go first. Okay, so first we're going to activate our Cradle, and we're going to search for our Agrin. Okay, then we're going to normal summon, well, first we're going to activate our Chamora so we can special summon the Agrin, then the Agrin is going to activate, searching for our another Cradle. Then the Cradle is not once per turn, so now we can search for our Ron. Okay, so now with the Ron, we're going to send the Chamora to the graveyard, special summon herself, getting our token. Alright, and then with the token and the run, we're going to go into our Ice Jade Dreamer. Alright, and then that's all we wrote. Unfortunately, we have no hand traps, but it's all good. Okay, so he's going to activate his Purrely Street. Then he's going to activate the Pretty Memory, special summoning the Purrely. Then, because he also discarded a Dark World card, so this card right here, when it's discarded, it's going to allow him to draw a card. And then the Purrely is going to be able to look at the top 3 cards of his deck. Any Purrely cards? Nope. Okay, then he's going to activate his My Friend Purrely. I am going to banish that shit before it even activates, because that card can be a little problematic. And then that's all he wrote. We put a stop to him. Ooh, and we draw into Herald the Abyss. So if he would have made the big boss cat monster, I would have been able to say sayonara to that shit with this card right here. Alright, so he's back to our opponent. Okay, he's going to activate the Sleepy Memory, special summoning the Purrely. Purrely is going to activate. And then again, he discarded the Shadow Beast, so the Shadow Beast is going to allow him to draw 1 card. And then the Purrely is going to allow him to add the My Friend Purrely. He's going to activate the My Friend Purrely. Again, I am going to banish that. Get out of here. Okay, then he's going to activate the second effect, where he's going to trigger target one of his Purrely cards in the graveyard so that he can synchro summon into the Beauty. Then the Beauty is going to suck up a card. Okay, then he's going to get rid of his Purrely Street and suck up my Agrin. Then he's going to activate his Trap card. Okay, so the Trap card is going to allow him to special summon the Purrely, and then with this card he's going to be able to make the new Purrely. Well, no, this is not the new card. So he's going to go into the Happiness. Alright, and then now he's going to try to attack into my Agrin. Agrin is going to activate, but the Beauty is going to be able to negate it. So with the Agrin, I was going to be able to special summon one of my Ice Jade monsters from the graveyard. But because he destroyed one of my Ice Jade monsters, the Chamorro is going to be able to banish herself, and then I can special summon back one of my Ice Jade monsters. So we bring back our Agrin. And now Agrin, because it was special summon, is going to activate, so I can search for an Ice Jade card. So we search for Manifestation. Okay, then now finally he's going to be able to resolve his third My Friend Purrely. So he's going to get Delicious Memory, Sleepy Memory. So much shit going on with this Purrely deck, bro. Alright, and then now he's going to go into a Down Magician. And then the Down Magician is going to go into his Zeus. Bring him out, bring him out. We ain't scared. Alright, and then here he has this 5 material. I'm not too sure. I'm not the best Purrely player, but I don't know why he didn't go into the Nor. I don't know if he's not able to because he had 5 material on it, but beats me. But anyway, so here he's going to try to draw a card. I am going to ash that just in case because he has nothing in his hand. I don't want to draw into like a hand trap or something like that. But he's still able to do it one more time. So we prevented him from drawing twice. So with the thrust, I'm going to search for the Synchro Overtake. And then here, because I have a water monster and he has a monster in his hand or field, I can activate Manifestation. So I'm able to special summon a card from my deck. So I special summon Ron. I'm going to activate Herald the Abyss to get rid of the Zeus. Okay, now with these 2 monsters, we're going to go into our Baron the Floor. Okay, now with the Baron the Floor, I'm going to pop the My Friend Purrely. He's going to activate the Beauty. I'm going to activate the Baron the Floor to negate the Beauty. Pop that. Pop that. Okay, then his Street is going to activate, special summoning the Purrely. Purrely is going to search the top 3 cards, and he hits nothing. So we're going to activate Synchro Overtake. We're going to add our Deep Sea Prima Donna, our Deep Sea Diva to our hand, and normal summon the Diva. Then we're going to go into our Ice Jade Atlantean, and we're just going to pop off from there. Crazy, right, crazy. So in this replay, we are going to go up against Exosisters. Alright, and then here I'm going to show you how to hand rip your opponent. So first we're going to activate Synchro Overtake. We're going to show the Repertoire. Repertoire is going to add our Deep Sea Diva. This was to kind of bait out any Ash Blossom or anything like that, since we already had a Deep Sea Diva in our hand. But anyways, we're going to normal summon our Deep Sea Diva. Deep Sea Diva is going to special summon the Atlantean Prince. Atlantean Prince is going to pitch the Dragoons, and then we're going to add a second Dragoon. Okay, then the Dragoon from the graveyard is going to add our Mulling Glacier. But generally, you're going to add the Deep Sea Minstrel first. But because I have the Deep Sea Minstrel in hand, I added the Mulling Glacier. Okay, so now with the Minstrel, we're going to send the other Dragoons to the graveyard. So now we can look at our opponent's hand. And then here, you want to banish a card that you don't mind them getting back at the end of the turn. So I don't want him getting back the Exosister's packs. I don't want him to get the Martha. So I decided to banish the Kashtira because if you get this, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to be too problematic to deal with. Alright, so now the Dragoon is going to add me another card. So I add the guitar. Now here I pitch the guitar and I special summon the run. The run is going to special summon a token. So now with the token and the run, I'm going to go into my Agrin. Alright, and then now because I have exactly 5 water monsters in my graveyard, so we got Ron, Guitar, Dragoons, Minstrel, and another Dragoon. This is 5 water monsters in the graveyard, so that allows us to special summon the Mulling Glacier. And then the Mulling Glacier has the effect that when it is special summoned, your opponent has to discard 2 random cards from their hand. So here he's going to discard 2 random cards, so we get rid of the packs, and we get rid of the Martha. Alright, and then now with the Mulling Glacier and the Deep Sea Diva, we're going to go into our Baron the Floor. Alright, and then the Mulling Glacier has another effect that is kind of, I guess, to balance the card around, but it has a second effect that if this card leaves the field, then you have to skip the battle phase of your next turn. But a lot of times it really doesn't matter because if you leave your opponent with a bricked hand, they just gonna quit most of the time, so you don't even need to go into your battle phase. Okay, so he's gonna activate the Kashtira. He's gonna special summon the Stella. Okay, then he's gonna normal summon the Stella, then he's gonna special summon the Elise, and then with these 2 monsters, they're gonna go into the Michaelis. Okay, then the Michaelis is going to activate. So the Kashtira here activated, and she declared Baron the Floor, so that means my Baron the Floor is going to be negated. And then here she's going to activate the Michaelis to try to banish a card, but that's going to trigger my Ice Jade Agrin. Okay, so now we banish the Michaelis, and then now because Agrin activated its effect, we are protected from banish or destroyed. So that's all the opponent can do. He's not going to be able to banish any of my cards with the Michaelis because we are protected under the Agrin. And then this is like a typical turn 1 with this deck. So as you can see, like your opponent, they just gonna insta scoop. You rip 3 cards and they're just gonna insta scoop. Alright, my people, in this replay we are gonna go up against Kashtira Tearlament. Alright, we're gonna go second. Okay, so we're gonna special summon the Fenrir. Fenrir is going to add the Kashtira Tearlament. Okay, he's going to normal summon the Sea Mare. Sea Mare is going to send the Havness to the graveyard. Havness is going to activate. Going to fusion summon into the Kitkalos. Okay, and then unfortunately for us, we don't really have any hand traps, but we got the Shodi Kurikara. Okay, so then the Kitkalos is going to search for the crime. Okay, then the Havness is going to special summon itself, sending 3 cards to the graveyard. Then everything is just going to mill here from here on. Okay, so we're going to fast forward this a little bit because he's just going to mill, so everything is just going to activate now in his graveyard. Okay, now the Kitkalos is going to special summon the Kashtira Tearlament. It's going to send herself to the graveyard, so they're going to mill another about 8-10 cards. Okay, now the Reinhardt is going to send the Havness, the Sharon. So the Sharon now is going to be able to activate and fusion summon with the Kitkalos to go into the Rukalos. Okay, then he's going to set 1. He's going to activate the Grieve. So I'm guessing this is the crime that he's got set back, so it's all good. Okay, so we're going to activate Synchro Overtake. We're going to try to search for our Deep Sea Diva. But because this card right here, the Synchro Overtake, also allows you to special summon, but you never want to special summon the Deep Sea Diva. You want to add it to the hand and then normal summon it because she does not activate if it's special summoned. But anyway, so the Rukalos is going to activate and is going to negate my Synchro Overtake, which is fine by me. Okay, then the Havness is going to activate. Now he's going to go into the Grappa. This is an ugly mother effer. Alright, and then I'm going to activate my Ghost Mourner, negating that Grappa. Then we're going to normal summon the Atlantean Prince, sending the Dragoons to the graveyard, adding another Dragoon. Then the Dragoon from the graveyard is going to add me my Deep Sea Minstrel. Then the Deep Sea Minstrel is going to send herself and the Dragoon to the graveyard, and we're going to banish that polymerization from his hand. Okay, then here is going to activate his Fenrir, so he's going to be able to banish my Atlantean Prince, which is good. It's all good. I wanted to bait that out too. Alright, so now we're going to get rid of his monsters with that Kurikara. And he's going to call it quits. He didn't even let me pop off, bro. Here I had Ice Jade, Ron in my hand. So with Ron, I was going to be able to send the Dragoon to the graveyard, special summon the Ron, get my token and Ron, make the Gamer. And then I have Mulling Glacier in my hands. And if I had 5 water monsters in my graveyard, I was going to be able to special summon the Mulling Glacier. And we're just going to keep it going. Alright, my people. So in this replay, we are up against Purrely's. Alright, and we're going to go first. Okay, so we are going to activate Cradle. Cradle's going to search for our Ron. Okay, then we're going to activate Ron, sending the Tremora to the graveyard, special summoning our Ron, getting our token. Okay, then with Ron in the token, we're going to go into our Agrin. Alright, and then now we're going to normal summon our Agrin. Agrin is going to search for our Erosion. Okay, and then Erosion is kind of like an Omni Negate. It can negate any face-up card on the field. Alright, so our opponent's going to activate the Sleeping Memory. He's going to get himself the Purrely. Okay, the Purrely is going to try to add a card, so I'm going to hit it with the Ash Blossom. Alright, then he's got the Happy Memory. He's going to target the Purrely. He's going to special summon another Purrely that's going to try to search for another card. And then here I'm going to activate my Agrin, and because he has 2 Purrelys, they're the same monsters. So now I'm going to be able to banish both of them off of the field. Alright, you're not going to try to Xyz summon on my turn, Papa. Okay, then he's going to search for a Pretty Memory. He's going to activate the Happy Memory. He's going to target my Agrin, get himself the Purrely. Okay, the Purrely is going to try to set another card, but I'm going to negate that with my Erosion. Okay, so here I'm going to pop my Agrin. Alright, and then since one of my water monsters was destroyed, the Tremora can banish herself from the graveyard and then special summon back the Agrin. And that's how you do it. Alright, my people. In this replay, we are going to go up against Branded Despia. And in this replay, I think it's this replay, I'm going to show you guys why my Ice Jade Agrin is such a boss monster, bro. This card right here alone just defeats Branded Despia. Alright. Okay, so my opponent is going to special summon the Kid. Kid is going to search him for the Branded Opening. Okay, then he's got to put back a card into the deck. Then the Branded Opening is going to discard 1 to special summon the Owlibert. Owlibert is going to try to search for most likely the Branded Fusion. But because it was special summon, I can try to negate it with the Moonlit Chill. But my opponent's got the Call by the Grave, so he's going to finger the Shorty. Put a stop to that negate. Okay, then the Tragedy is going to get him the Ad Libitum. And then now the Owlibert is going to search for the Branded Fusion. Okay, so he's going to activate Branded Fusion. And then he's going to send the Fallen of Albaz and the Lubellion. He's going to go into the Albion. Alright. And then now with the Albion, he's going to banish the Kid and the Fallen of Albaz so that he can make a Lubellion. Alright, and then with the Lubellion, he's going to be able to put back the Fallen of Albaz and itself. And then he can go into his Mirror Jade. Alright, and then now the Lubellion is going to send the Albion to the graveyard, special summon himself. Then he's going to set the Branded Beast. Okay, then the Titaniclad is going to special summon the Quem. Quem is going to send the Cartesia. Albion is going to set the Branded Banishment. And then at the end of the turn, the Cartesia is going to be able to add itself to the hand. Alright, so first we open up with the Cradle, getting our Agrin. Okay, then we're going to throw our Tremora to the graveyard so that we can special summon our Agrin. Okay, he's going to activate the Mirror Jade to banish my Agrin. But that is fine, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to bait out that Mirror Jade. Okay, so now I activate Synchro Overtake. Okay, then the Cartesia is going to activate, so he's going to fusion into the Grand Granola, if I remember correctly. Oh no, he's going to go into the Dragon's Capelia. Okay, and then here I was trying to play with the Ice Jade lock, so this is why I searched for the field spell, but as I mentioned, I decided to get rid of the field spell. Okay, so here we search for our diva. Okay, then he's going to activate Branded Banishment so that he can bring back his Mirror Jade, which is going to allow him to banish again, bro. That shit is just crazy. So he's going to be able to banish twice on one turn. Okay, so here we special summon the guitar. The guitar is going to be able to banish 2 cards off the top of his deck because we control 2 water monsters, but the Predator Plant is going to negate it. And then now the Mirror Jade is going to activate and he's going to banish my Prima Donna. Okay, so now we activate the field spell. He's going to activate the beast. So the Branded Beast is now going to get rid of my field spell. Alright, so now we activate Ron, getting rid of the Dragoon, special summoning the Ron, getting our token. Then the Dragoon is going to add me the Molten Glacier. Okay, then now with the level 7 Ron and the token, we're going to go into our Agrin. Alright, and then here, because I don't have exactly 5 water monsters in my graveyard, I'm not able to special summon the Molten Glacier, but I just got it just for a follow-up. Okay, so now with the Agrin, I'm going to smack his Predator Plant. That's going to trigger the Aluber. Alright, and then that's all we wrote. Alright, he's going to get Fusion Deployment. Brandon High Spirit is going to activate. Alright, then now the Tragedy is going to banish itself so it can set a Branded Fusion. And he's going to activate Fusion Deployment. And then that's going to trigger the Cartesia as well. Yo, Brandon just got so much fucking gas, it's crazy. So with the Cartesia and the Ice Jade, with the Mirror Jade, he's going to go into the Grand Gnome. Okay, then with the Fusion Deployment, he's going to get the Fallen of Albaz. Fallen of Albaz is going to try to fuse with my field, and he's going to Chain Link block the Fallen of Albaz. So I'm not going to be able to banish the Fallen of Albaz, so there's no way that I'm going to be able to prevent him from Fusion summoning using my side of the field. So I'm just going to activate my Agrin right now so I can be protected from banishment. Okay, so we get rid of his Gangrel because that was the last monster that activated on his side of the field. Alright, and then the Quam is going to be able to bring back the Mirror Jade, which is going to allow him to have another non-targeting banishment. And then with the Fallen of Albaz, he's going to Fusion Summon into the Brigand with my Gamir. Alright, and then now he drew into Triple Tactics Talent with the Garura. He's going to look into my hand. He's going to spin back my monster. Crazy, bro. Just crazy. But see, this is funny right here. So, like I mentioned, because I activated my Agrin before it was used as fusion material, so that means my side of the field is protected from banishment. So now he activated his Mirror Jade, which is he is forced to banish. So he ended up banishing his own Aluber. So this is just like hilarious. And now because a monster was banished on my opponent's side of the field, I can bring back my Gamir. This card right here is like an amazing boss monster, bro. And then now because a water monster was destroyed, I can banish my Tremora by just summoning my Ron. Okay, then now the High Spirit is going to activate, recycling itself. It's just crazy how many recursion this deck has. Alright, so it's back to us. Okay, unfortunately we drew into an Ash Blossom, so all we can do is just attack that Quam because I don't want him to continuously reviving, monsters from the graveyard. Okay, so we get rid of that shorty, and it's back to our opponent. But it's all good. We have Agrin. This is all you need against Branded Despia. So he's going to try to banish it. I'm going to activate Agrin. So now I'm going to get rid of his Mirror Jade. And then, as I mentioned, the Mirror Jade has to banish. But now he cannot banish my monster. So he's either going to banish the Fallen of Albaz or his Brigand. So he goes for the Fallen of Albaz. And then in this event, the Fallen of Albaz is set to 1. So he banishes only Fallen of Albaz and he's just going to call it quits. Bro, tell me if Gamir is not a bad mother effer. I love playing this Gamer against Branded, bro. Like, Branded just cannot do nothing against Gamer. Amazing, bro. Alright, my people. In this replay, we are going to go up against Tearlament, if I remember correctly. Okay, and we're going to go first. Okay, so here we're going to activate Ron, sending the Dragoons to the graveyard, special summoning Ron. Ron is going to get our token. Then the Dragoon is going to add our Diva to our hand. Okay, we're going to normal summon the Diva, then we're going to special summon the Guitar. And then now here, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 water monsters, so now I'm going to be able to banish 4 cards from the top of my opponent's deck. Ooh, and then what do we hit? We hit Ash, we hit a Sharon, we did hit a Deep Sea Mare, and we hit a Heartbeat, so not bad. Okay, now with these 2 monsters, we're going to go into our level 10 Ice Jade Gamer. Bring the shorty out here. Okay, then the guitar is going to activate. I'm going to change this level. I'm going to make it a level 6. So now with level 6 and level 2, I'm going to go into our Stardust Dragon. Then the Stardust Dragon is going to bring back the Deep Sea Diva. And then now with the Stardust Dragon and the Diva, we're going to go into Baron the Floor. Alright, and then now we're going to set Impermanent Pass. Alright, so he's going to start with the Sharon. Sharon's going to special summon himself, sending the Shadow card to the graveyard. And he's going to mill 3, and then he's going to mill another 3. He milled the Zoodiac, so the Zoodiac is going to add the Halfness. Okay, then the Kashtira is going to special summon herself, banishing the Fenrir. Then the Kashtira is going to mill another 3. The Scream is going to activate, getting himself a Crime to the hand. Then the Fairy Tale Snow is going to banish 7 to special summon herself from the graveyard. But I'm going to activate Gamer and I'm going to banish that shit from the graveyard. So we're not going to allow her to special summon herself. Okay, then he's going to set 1 and pass. Alright, then we join to Mulling Glacier. So here I'm going to pitch the Tremora to the graveyard, and we're going to special summon the Atlantean Prince. And now because I have 5 water monsters in the graveyard, I can special summon the Mulling Glacier. Now this was a little bit risky because now I'm going to rip 2 cards from his hand. And then, you know, Tearlament, if he has any Tearlament cards, he's going to be able to fusion summon. So it was a little risky. So we get rid of the Shadow Beast and we get rid of the Halfness. So the Halfness now is going to be able to activate, and the Shadow Beast is going to activate. So it was a little risky on my part. I don't know if it was a good idea or not, but I just wanted to get a body, an extra body on the field so I can try to OTK. Alright, so now he's going to go into the Kaleido Heart. Okay, then the Kaleido Heart is going to try to spin back my Baron the Floor, but I'm going to negate it with the Infinite Impermanence. Alright, and then now I'm going to pop that back row, and it happens to be a Crime, so the Crime is going to recycle the Sharon back to the hand. Okay, then I'm going to banish the guitar, and I'm going to target my Ice Jade Gamer. So the guitar, you can banish it, and then you can target a water monster, and it's going to gain 100 attack for each current banished monster. So now I can attack over his Kaleido Heart. Alright, and then I leave the Oracle in the field. Okay, then he's going to activate Super Poly. So he's going to get rid of my Atlantean and my Gamer. He's going to go into the Mood Dragon. And then that's all he wrote. Alright, so we drew into Thrust. I'm going to activate Baron the Floor. That's going to trigger the Mudora. The Mudora is going to try to banish back my Ice Jade Agron, but I'm going to banish. I'm going to negate that. Alright, so now we're going to attack that Mood Dragon and we're going to smash it for 3k. And I was trying to see if he could activate anything, because if he banishes anything, then that's going to trigger my Agron to special summon herself from the graveyard. So that's why I negated the first shuffler. Alright, then here I'm going to put back the Baron the Floor and special summon the Axel Stardust Dragon. Okay, then the Sharon is going to mill nothing. Well, he milled the Shadow, and then he's going to mill another 3 cards, but he milled nothing. So lucky for us, we got a little break here. Okay, then we join to the Atlantean Prince. I'm going to normal summon the Atlantean Prince and the Dragoons to the graveyard, and we were just going to be able to pop off from there. Crazy, bro. This deck is a lot of fun to play, bro. Alright, my people. In this replay, we are going to go up against, I believe it's Zoodiac. Alright, we're going to go second. Okay, so he's going to activate the Rat Pier. Rat Pier is going to send the Ram to the graveyard. Then he's going to go into the Chaka 9. Okay, then the Chaka 9 is going to detach itself, getting special summoning back the Ram. Then she's going to go into the Dry Drench. Okay, then the Dry Drench is going to detach itself. It's going to pop the Ram, then the Ram is going to activate, bringing back the Chaka 9. Okay, when these two monsters, he's gonna go into a Utopic Future. Alright, and then now with this Utopic Future, he's gonna go into the ultimate Utopic Draco Future. Alright, and then he's gonna set one and pass. Alright, so we're gonna activate Cradle. Cradle's gonna search for our Tremora. Okay, then we're gonna activate Tremora, send herself to the graveyard, special summon an Agrin. Agrin is gonna activate, getting our Manifestation. Alright, Manifestation is gonna special summon our Ron. With these two monsters, we're gonna go into Baron de Fleur. Alright, and then my opponent has Solemn Judgment, so he's going to negate my Baron de Fleur summon, and he's going to get rid of it. Okay, then we're gonna normal summon the Atlantean Prince, sending the Dragoons to the graveyard. He's gonna activate DD Crow, getting rid of my Dragoons. Alright, and then we're gonna add the second Dragoon to our hand. Then we're gonna activate Minstrel, sending itself and the Dragoons to the graveyard. And he's gonna have another DD Crow. Bro. Alright, and then he has Nibiru in the hand, so we're just gonna rip that Nibiru. So now we're going to send Tremora to the graveyard, special summon Ron, get our token. And then with these two monsters, we're gonna go into our Agrin. Alright, and then this thing right here, I completely forgot that this card right here cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. And then also it can detach one material from this card. It can negate the activation of one of my monsters, and then if it's on the field, he can control it. Okay, so we cannot destroy it, so we're just going to set pass. Alright, so then he can get his Nibiru, so now we know he just has Nibiru in hand. Alright, then he's going to attack into my Prince, doing 2200 damage. Okay, that's going to trigger my Tremora. Tremora is going to special summon back my Agrin. Agrin is going to activate, and we're going to search for our Erosion. Okay, then he's going to set one and pass. We're playing old school Yugi now, man. Set one and pass. Okay, so I'm going to set two and pass. Okay, he's going to activate Dimensional Fissure. I am going to activate Agrin. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, then he's going to try to suck up my Agrin, but I have Infinite Impermanence, so I'm going to negate that. Alright, I need my graveyard, so I need to get rid of that Dimension Fissure. Alright, then I'm going to activate Erosion. Okay, then we draw into Deep Sea Diva, so we're going to normal summon Diva. We're going to special summon... Okay, he's going to activate the Forbidden Droplet, so I have Erosion, so I'm going to be able to negate the Forbidden Droplet, and I'm going to pop my Agrin. Okay, then we're going to special summon our Guitar, then we're going to banish 3 cards from the top of his deck. Okay, then the Tremora is going to activate because one of my IJ monsters was destroyed. Okay, so we banish Tremora and we bring back Ron. Okay, so we banish 4 cards. Okay, then I'm going to make our Deep Sea Diva a level 4 monster so that we can go into our Deep Sea Prima Donna. Prima Donna is going to give him back his Dimensional Fissure. We're going to special summon our Dragoon. Okay, then with these 2 monsters, we're going to go into our Stardust Dragon. Okay, then the Stardust Dragon is going to bring back the Deep Sea Diva. Alright, and then the Prima Donna, when it's sent to the graveyard, I can target a banished card and then I can shuffle it back into the deck. So we shuffle back our Tremora. Okay, and then with these 2 monsters, we're going to go into our Dissipator. Alright, and then I'm going to banish the Guitar so that I can go into, so I can make it a 3800. And actually, thinking about it, this was probably a misplay on my part. Instead of making Dissipator, I probably should have made Chang Ying instead. Yeah, if I would have made Chang Ying, because right here, Chang Ying, I could have activated his effect because I could have banished the Guitar. And then because a card was banished, that's going to trigger the Chang Ying to banish a card on the field. And I could banish a card from this graveyard. And that, I could have easily gotten rid of the Utopia Draco Future. So yeah, thinking back on it, I feel like, yeah, this was probably a misplay on my part. But the reason why I went into the Dissipator is just so that I can have like an extra negate on top of the Erosion. Okay, then he's going to activate Fissure again. I'm going to banish it again. Okay, then he's going to try to activate his Draco Future, but like I said, I have Erosion, so with Erosion, I'm going to be able to negate it, or I can negate it also with the Dissipator. Alright, my people, in this replay, we are going to go up against an Odd Eyes Fusion deck. Okay, and we're going to go first. Okay, so luckily we have Synchro Overtake, so we're going to be able to add Deep Sea Diva to our hand. Okay, so we're going to normal summon our Diva. Special summon the Atlantean Prince. Atlantean Prince is going to send the Dragoons to the graveyard, and we're going to add a Dragoon to our hand. Then the graveyard is going to activate, and we're going to search for our Minstrel. Minstrel is going to send herself and the Dragoons to the graveyard. We're going to look at his hand. So here we have this Diabell Star, Super Poly, Odd Eyes, Performapal, bunch of stuff. So I'm going to get rid of this card right here because I don't mind it if he has it during my turn, because this is not going to do anything on his turn. Alright. Okay, then now we're going to search for our Moulin Glacier. So now with these two monsters, we're going to go into Tatsunoko. Alright, and then now we special summon Moulin Glacier. So Moulin Glacier is going to hand rip his Odd Eyes, and he's going to hand rip the Super Poly as well. Alright. Okay, and then he's just gonna set one and pass, so he has a bricked hand. And then that's all we wrote. Alright, my people. In this replay, we are gonna go up against Branded. Alright, we're gonna go first. Okay, so here we are going to normal summon the Prince. We're gonna send the Dragoons to the graveyard, add in a second Dragoon. Okay, then the Dragoon from the graveyard is going to add our Minstrel. Okay, then we're going to send the Minstrel and the Dragoon to the graveyard, and we're going to look at his hand. We're going to banish the Call by the Grave. Okay, then the other Dragoon from the graveyard is going to add my Moulin Glacier. Okay, now I'm going to send the Dragoon to the graveyard with Ron, special summon in Ron, get the token. Okay, then the Dragoon is going to add my Deep Sea Diva. This is for follow-up for next turn. Okay, now with these two monsters, we're going to go into our Adrian. Okay, and then now because I have 5 water monsters in the graveyard, I can special summon Moulin Glacier, and we're going to hand rip 2 cards. So we get rid of the Fusion Deployment, and we're going to get rid of the Gold Sarcophagus. And then he gets to keep his Call by the Grave. So now we know exactly what he has in his hands, which is not a whole lot of stuff. He drew into the Albion, so the Albion is going to send the Brandon High Spirits to the graveyard. Okay, then he's going to normal summon the Tragedy, crashing itself, so that he can activate his graveyard effect, banishing itself, and he's going to set the High Spirits. Alright, he's going to set 2 and pass. Okay, so here we normal summon Deep Sea Diva, and he's going to call it quits. So as you can see, bro, like this is why I was able to win so many games, because you hand rip them and then you just leave them with useless cards, and then that's all they can do. Like they're just going to scoop. That's all they can do. They have no follow-up, no nothing. Alright, my beautiful people, welcome to the decklist portion of the video, and if you made it this far into the video, thank you all so much for sticking around with me and for watching the video all the way till the end. And if you enjoyed today's video, then why not consider dropping a like, hit that subscribe button, and share the video with a friend or somebody that you know that likes water-based decks who you feel they might enjoy it. I will greatly appreciate it, and it will help me out a lot. I am like near 1,000 subscribers, so thank you all so much. I think I need like 3 more subscribers at the time of recording this video. But yeah, thank you all so much for those who have subscribed to the channel, and for those who have showed love throughout this whole small YouTube moment of mine. I greatly appreciate you guys. Thank you all so much. So now, without further ado, let's just jump right into the deck list. So we have 3 Atlantean Prince. We have 2 Kurikaras. We have 3 Deep Sea Divas. We have 3 Ash Blossoms. And we have 1 Deep Sea Minstrel. We have 2 Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill. 1 Guitar. We have 1 Agrin. We have 3 Dragoons. And we have 3 Tremoras. And then we also have 3 Ice J Ron. We have 1 Moulin Glacier. We have 1 Pot of Avarice. 1 Herald of the Abyss, 1 Triple Tactus Talent, 1 Synchro Overtake. Okay, then we have 3 Ice J Kratos, 1 Ice J Manifestation, 2 Triple Tactus Thrust, 3 Infinite Impermanence, and 1 Ice Jade Erosion. Okay, and then for our extra deck, we have 1 Tatsunoko, 1 Martial Metal Marcher, 1 Deep Sea Repertoire, 1 Deep Sea Prima Donna, 1 Psyframe Lord Omega, 1 Adamascipator Rising Dragite, 1 Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon, 1 Trishula Dragon of the Ice Barrier, 1 Bachroni de Fleur, 1 Sword Soul Supreme Sovereign Chang Ying, and then we have 2 Ice J Geimer Agrin, we have 1 Bestial Dispater, 1 Trishula Zero Dragon of the Ice Barrier, and 1 Psychic End Punisher. So yep, that's the deck, and as I mentioned, I was able to have like 11 win streak with this deck in the event. It was a lot of fun to play. Let me know if you guys would like to see this deck in action in ranked. I would love to take this in ranked, and I will build it a little differently because in rank I'll be able to use some Link monsters and some XZ monsters. But if you guys are interested in seeing how well this deck can perform in rank, please let me know down below, drop a comment, and I will definitely make a video on it because I really enjoy playing these water-based decks. But yeah, without further ado, that's all for the video. Thank you all so much. Let me know what you guys think. How do you enjoy this video? How you enjoyed the deck? Let me know what you guys are running. What team did you decide to go? Are you a fusion dude? Are you a XZ or a synchro? Or do you decide to play all three? I want to hear about it. So thank you all so much. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. Kiwami Games. Peace out.